Hello YouTube, this is GBay99 and today I'm going to show you my top 10 tips and tricks for winning more games in League of Legends. Please note that I'm not saying these are the only things or even the most important things you should know, but seeing as I've already gone over a lot of the basics and important ideas like play the same champion and don't blame your teammates in other videos already, I decided to leave those out. These are, however, 10 very important tips and tricks people often forget that should end up with you winning more games than before. So let's get right to it. Number 10, play your favorite and well-known champions no matter what. Don't first time Malphite in ranked just because your fourth pick said he's OP. You have a better chance of carrying your team with your favorite champion that you've practiced over and over, rather than some supposedly OP champion that you have less experience with. And don't listen to someone who tells you that you shouldn't play what you're good at because they don't think that they're viable. Be sure to respect your teammates and everything, but don't let them push you into something that will end up hurting the team in the end. I know most of you know this, which is partly why it's at number 10, but plenty of people often forget it. Number 9 depends a bit on who you're playing, but in most instances, you want to get your CC ability at level 1. The reason being, chances are you'll deal more damage with CC plus auto attacks rather than another level 1 spell. You also shouldn't be spamming spells at level 1 if you're a mana user anyway, so it's often more useful to take your CC ability in case your jungler wants to do a level 2 gank or something. Now on people like Ahri, that's what you want to do, but there are some champions like Ryze where it's less useful and less important. Reason being, on Ryze your CC has an 11-second cooldown while your Q only has a 2-second, and the snare doesn't last very long at level 1 anyway. But even then, try to make sure that you don't spam abilities at early levels, and make sure you're thinking about which ability you're going to pick first and why. Number 8. Start using SmartCast if you aren't already. I suggest going into your keybinds, changing your Q, W, E, and R keys to SmartCast, and changing your normal cast to Shift Q, Shift W, Shift E, and Shift R. This will encourage you to SmartCast while still having the option to normal cast if you're on a champion that really needs it. There are some exceptions for some champions like Alistar.
Oh my god, I failed. Fuck, can't do it.
Where it can hurt you a little to SmartCast, but for the majority of champions, you'll get more kills, deal more damage, save more teammates, and die a whole lot less if you eliminate those couple seconds it takes when you don't SmartCast. It may take some getting used to and not everyone uses it, but those couple of seconds can make a big difference when there's not a big skill gap between you and your opponent, like when you play solo queue.
Fuck, I can't do it, dude.
Number 7. Alright, I had to include this tip. Don't forget to ward. It's a classic answer, but it holds so much truth to it. If you're a support in bronze, then you can often win games just by warding the whole map. Here's an extra little tip when warding though. When warding brushes, your cursor will turn green if the ward you're about to place will be placed in the brush, and if it's outside the brush, it'll be blue. Number 6. Pay attention in champion select. Anyone who's played a large number of ranked games has at least once gotten that one guy who AFKs and forgets a ban, or he's watching a video and he randoms his champion, or he's surfing Reddit and he forgets to change his runes and masteries. We've been that guy sometimes. This is one of the easiest ways to lose a game. And although Riot is currently working on implementing features into the PBE that makes the game disband if someone AFKs and randoms a champion, pre-game preparation still means a lot in League, and you should give your full attention to the champion selection. Don't forget, Sun Tzu once said, "Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win." Number 5 is something that lower levels and lower elos mess up on a lot. You should always be doing what will get you more gold, and in 90% of cases, that's last hitting. Last hitting should take priority over killing the opponent. Now, if your opponent is playing poorly and making big enough mistakes that will allow you to get a kill, then by all means go for it. But don't lose CS because you're harassing him if you aren't going to end up getting a kill anyway. CSing will get you loads of gold, while simply harassing with no kills won't. If you do choose to harass your opponent, make sure you're CSing well while doing so, or make sure you have an almost guaranteed kill coming up soon. In this lane, the reason I'm winning is because I'm so far ahead in CS. I'm not winning because I deal more damage or have more health. Although harassing can, and more often than not, will end up with the opponent CSing less, it doesn't mean a thing if you don't CS yourself. Number 4, if you haven't already, go into the options and adjust your HUD so your skills, items, and chat are all smaller, but your minimap is fairly large. This will let you see more of the screen, so you get an extra second's notice or so when someone comes to gank you or an enemy or ally shows up nearby, while also giving your minimap a little more presence so you'll be more likely to pay attention and look at it. It'll also make it less likely that you notice if a teammate starts flaming you, and hopefully you'll just keep focused on the game rather than any sort of drama between your teammates. Number 3 is overlooked a lot in League, but almost never in other games. Just don't fight up ramps. It's a pretty simple tip, but it can actually help you out a lot. You don't have as much vision or control over the map if you fight up a ramp. The enemy team simply gets an advantage when you fight uphill, so don't do it. It held truth in 500 BC, it holds truth in nearly every RTS today, and it holds truth in League of Legends too. Number 2 is an important one. Generally, you want to go with your gut instinct. Listen and trust yourself. If you're thinking, he backed off right as I went into this brush, maybe it's warded, then chances are it's warded, you're wasting your time staying, and you should have gone with your gut instinct and left right away. You're a smart person. Listen and trust yourself, and you'll end up wasting less time and preventing some unnecessary deaths in the process. And my number 1 tip for playing League of Legends is play for fun. Cheesy, classic, dumb tip, but it holds so much truth to it. This is a game. Games are played for fun. The entire reason we're all still playing League of Legends is because we have fun playing it. If you focus on playing for fun while just guiding yourself in the right direction by doing certain things, you'll have much better results and improve much quicker rather than if you go in with the try-hard, must-win attitude. I hope you all enjoyed watching and learned something new. Again, these aren't my only tips or the biggest bits of information I think you should all know, but they're pretty important and plenty of people forget them all too easily. If you haven't already, I suggest you subscribe for more, and as always, thanks for watching, good luck in solo queue, and have a wonderful day.
I really don't like Hellstar. I'm gonna stop playing him.